Okay, so this video is to show you how to research Arizona tax auction properties. And these are tax liens that you'll find advertised for the county's annual auction each year. Those auctions, they start in early February and run throughout the month. So nine of these auctions, 9 counties, are handled by a company called Real Auction. You can see on the screen here we have Coconino County's Real Auction website. Here's Apache, for example, and Yavapai. These are 3 that are online now. Some of the earlier lists to show up. So that's 9 counties are handled by Real Auction. There's another county called Cochise that's handled by Govies. They have a nice site that lets you preview the auctions, do some research. Unfortunately, the Cochise auction is not online yet, so we can't do much with that one today. And then there's only 15 counties in Arizona, so the other 5 do kind of one-off different approaches that are not Real Auction, not Govies. So for the purposes of this video, let's just go back to Real Auction and talk through their process since they have 9 of the counties. So here on the website, you would want to register in advance for their tax auctions. You want to make sure that your funds are hooked up, your bank account is hooked up, and your funds are ready before the sale starts. In case something goes wrong or you need to fix something in your registration, you want to do that with plenty of time to spare. And you can also preview items for sale before you even register. Actually, you can just view these publicly on each of the 3 counties. There's Coconino, Apache, Yavapai. The other ones are going to be released soon. And if you wanted to research one of these properties, the first thing you want to do is click the parcel ID link here, and it'll take you to the tax assessor's website for the county, where you can view the kind of property report card type information. There's a parcel detail, an account summary, a sale history if you wanted to go through that, assessment history, and just different details that the county provides that are helpful to decide if this is a property worth buying a tax lien on, if you think it is going to redeem, or if you want to have a chance at it becoming a deed. Maybe you might do a different kind of research if you don't want it to redeem. So that's some cursory research on a property. And for me, that's not really enough. When I'm at an auction, and these are online, so when I'm doing an online auction, I really want to know more about a property before I spend money on a tax lien for it. You're not really buying the property, but you are spending money. You're buying that tax lien, and you don't want to just throw it away or waste it on something that's not going to be a good investment. So I want to show you a quick way to run a pretty deep report for these properties and take a much deeper look at what's in the auctions in advance so you can be more prepared. So to do that, we're going to use a tool called Parcel Fare, which it's actually known mostly for over-the-counter tax properties, really because those are available year-round for investing and not just seasonal or over a few weeks like these tax auctions can be. So if you miss these tax auctions, or if you're watching this video out of season, you can always go and buy over-the-counter properties. They're just not going to be those premier choice properties that everyone wants to buy tax liens on. So, and not everyone knows that you can actually preview the auctions on Parcel Fare. So let's just jump in. You can see from parcelfare.com. We'll go to the Arizona page, and right off the bat, you can actually see the Yavapai is advertised there. But let's click this View Map button in green right here. So what this is going to show us is a search that we can run, and we'll just start with the Yavapai County. It was the first one to release this year, so we're just going to click Go and see what's in there. Okay, so we can see on the map some results have shown up. And most of these are in yellow, which means these yellow properties are actually in the tax auction. These are not over-the-counter liens from previous years. These are current year, current auction. So we can sort of browse through and see where these properties are located and get an aerial view if we want to. We have the full Google Maps here, so you can click around, browse around, zoom in, zoom out. I can switch over to see it on without the terrain and just see the high contrast on a map like this if I want to. And we'll go back to satellite, that's what I prefer. And we can just kind of explore the different counties, sort of like you're flying overhead. And so this is great to see. You're looking maybe for a rooftop, you're maybe looking for a street that you like. And it's a great way to just browse through and get an idea of what's in the tax auction before you go to it. Now, I told you we would also do a way of doing a deep report on these individual properties. So I'll show you how to do that. Let's jump over to Coconino County for a second. And this is a beautiful area. It's where Sedona is located, Flagstaff as well. And if you zoom in, we've got like a golf course here. It's very nice looking. And let's say we want to click on this property right here on the cul-de-sac. It's a very nice looking property. Now we've got some brief information about the property. We can tell immediately the total value. We can see how many acres it is, and that there's buildings included. There's not just land. And if we want to get the deep report, let's click full details. And so we've loaded up here. Now we've got a street view image. We've got the satellite view from the previous screen as well. But on the left side, we've got a lot of information about this property to help you out. The amount due is what's going to be due at the tax sale, tax auction. But we've got a land and improvements valuation. Improvements would be the value of the structures on the property. We've got a street address for the property, so now we know where it is if we want to map it out. We can see it's been in inventory for 5 days because this auction was just released. And then we can see the occupied property address means that someone is actively checking the mail at this address. It's not it's not a vacant property that no one's receiving mail at. So that's helpful to know that someone is keeping this property up. If I like this property, I'm going to add a favorite here. So let's go ahead and add that favorite. And let's keep going to get even deeper in this report. On the left side, we can see pretty quickly we've got the owner's address and then the parcel's address. What's interesting here is that the owner's address is different than where this parcel is located. It implies, but doesn't guarantee, but it implies that the owner lives elsewhere. So that could be of interest when you're doing your research. And on the right side, this is very important. We've got the Yavapai County links where you can go straight to the treasurer's tax summary for this parcel. And you don't even have to search. It just takes you straight to the tax summary right there. You can also see the assessor parcel report. And you can also jump to the Yavapai GIS website and it takes you straight to that property if you want to compare any of the information that this site provides. So right there at your fingertips, you've got 3 different county reports to help you out. And one other thing to point out here, we've got a purchase option which says currently available at the Yavapai tax sale. If this were an over-the-counter property, there would be a button there that would take you through instructions on how to purchase immediately over the counter. But since it's an auction property, we're going to click that and it's going to take us to the auction history down here. And we've got, let me zoom in on this, on screen, the Yavapai County tax sale. We've got the date, February 8th. It's online at this website and the tax is due. But we've got links here, one to register for the tax sale, one is the information about the tax sale and in general. And then we've even got a link to the list of where this property was found, so you can see exactly that this property is in the auction, just as a nice reference there. And while we're at it, I'll show you one more thing. You can open up this panorama view and get a really nice immersive look from Google Street View of the area and the neighborhood. And if we want to take a drive down the street, we can even use the system to do that and look back at the property that the tax lien is being sold on. But it's just a beautiful area. So while we're here, I'll show you one more property just to get a quick view. This is another property. This is in Yavapai County. And you can see in this one, we're actually talking about something that's a multi-unit structure, which is valued very highly. And if you take a look at what's here, we've got just the same report again, just a different property. But you can see the consistency. We've got all this information filled out for you. And just a great way to preview anything that you're considering buying a tax lien on. So I realize, we've only got a few weeks before the auction shows up. It's a very tight window. It's really, you have less than a month before most of these auctions actually occur. But hopefully this gets you a great step in getting some research into these tax liens, whether you use this tool during the auction or in advance beforehand. Either way, This should give you a better idea of what you're buying a tax lien for so you can bid appropriately. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and leave me some comments if you have questions, and we'll connect. Thank you.